Welcome back. Today I'm going to be rehandling a hatchet head. Spent the past couple days doing that, starting with this one. It's not great, but it feels pretty solid. Again, I'm not pleased with the handle. Moved on to this one. Much better, I think. Head still feels solid. Handle's much more organic. So today, I thought I would rehandle this hatchet head, but I'm going to give it probably the most impractical hatchet handle it could possibly have. And then I think I'm going to take it camping, because I've always wanted to go winter camping and I've never been. So we'll see how it goes. Let's get started.
Started out by sketching my design onto a piece of tracing paper and then transferring that design onto an ash board. Then I cut the profile out using a jigsaw. Jigsaws can be pretty handy if you don't have a bandsaw, but you have to be pretty careful because if you try to make a tight curve, the blade will flex quite a bit, so you have to make a few cuts instead of just one straight cut. Moving to the shape horse now, I'm going to move into shaping the eye. I'm going to be shaping this part first because I don't want to go through the entire process of shaping the entire handle, especially one this complicated, and then have the eye be messed up and have the whole process be for naught. Now I'm at the spindle sander, just sanding down to my lines, smoothing out the curves, and you can see I'm not able to sand inside one of the horns, or whatever you'd like to call them. I did end up having to just cut it off with the jigsaw. It was kind of uncomfortable when I was test swinging it earlier anyway, so I just decided to get rid of it. Now I'm just taking the corners off at the router table, which will just make me easier to shape with the draw knives when I go back to the shave horse. Back on the shave horse now, shaping the handle itself and the spikes or horns. You can see I'm only using my small draw knife here, but I'm using it a variety of different ways. Bevel up, bevel down, pulling it towards me, pushing it away. It's a learning process, but it's pretty fun. Finishing it off with the card scrapers, and I'm sure I sanded it. I don't even remember though. Back at my original sketch, just wanted to get a rough idea of where I wanted those red accent lines to be. So I only did this on one side and I didn't want them to be symmetrical, but took that right over to my router and then flipped it over, and I only did two on the other side to really make it look a little bit different. Decided to char the handle first because I found out the hard way that cured epoxy does not react well to blowtorches. So I'm charring the handle first, gonna let that cool off, and then I'm going to get my resin started for the accent lines. Here I'm mixing up the resin, and I have to say I'm very impressed with it because I got it from my boss. I have no idea how old it is. Obviously there is a hole in the hardener. I eyeballed the mixing and it cured just fine. So I'm very impressed. Here I'm using a syringe to get the epoxy down into those channels to make those accent lines, and I'm trying to keep it just under the, I guess, surface of the handle so I don't have to sand anything down. I just go back in and wipe everything off with acetone. Now I'm going through the extremely nerve-wracking process of cutting the kerf for the wedge to be driven into. If I mess this part up, again, this whole project would have been kind of a waste and the head would not have been able to sit on the handle. So I really took my time with this, used a couple of different saws and got it right. Just using a file to sharpen the head here, which is a technique I saw over at Bastion Head Woodworks, and this is also his shave horse design, so shout out Bastion Head. Driving the wedge in, I'm now hanging the head on the handle. I should be using a wooden mallet, but I ended up taking it out of the vise and hanging it mostly off camera. But this is the result of that. Just gonna let the glue dry and then throw it back in the vise, get that trimmed off. Something I didn't think about before this step is that if there was any heat treatment on that blade, which there probably was, it is now completely gone, so should have done this a different way. Here you can see that there actually was some thought that went into the design. I'm using the rear handle for more powerful swings, as you can see here, and then I will choke up towards the head a little bit more for more controlled, accurate, less powerful swings.
Okay, that about does it. Pretty happy with how it came out. I think what I'm going to do is pick up a log, cut it down real short into like just a round, try to wedge this into it with a keyhole on the back and hang it up on the wall somewhere, real high. I'm not going to be taking this camping. It's been sitting in my stockroom for about a week, and in that time the head came loose, so I don't want to put it through too much. I was able to reset it, but I don't want to put it through too much. I like the way it came out. I'll be taking a different Hatchet camping in the near future. That'll be a little bit more of a vlog style video with some pretty nature B-roll. So hope you enjoyed this video. Look forward to the next one. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.